More questions and concerns about the frightening scene in Roseville yesterday when a hostage was shot and killed and another hurt.
Yeah, tonight we are learning new information about the suspect and the two victims. Keep in mind, it all started with a felony search warrant. We also just learned the name of the victims, a husband and wife from Roseville. The husband was Jack McKagan, and he was shot and killed. His wife was also injured and is now in the hospital. Meanwhile, the suspect is 35-year-old Eric Abril.
CHP tells me this all started near Mahaney Park in Roseville when officers attempted to serve a search warrant to Eric Abril. They wanted to question him about a recent freeway shooting in Sacramento. Officers had a warrant to search his home and his car, which is just a few miles from where the crimes happened yesterday. Eric Abril remains in the hospital. Police say he was shot by law enforcement yesterday. Once he recovers, he'll be booked into Placer County Jail.
Suspect at the center of a 24-hour manhunt has been found. This is happening right now in Rockland near Zion Court and Antelope Creek. We have KCRA 3's Lizay Mitri headed to the scene right now. And these are live pictures from the area, Zion Court in Rockland right now. And this person that escaped from the Sutter Roseville hospital early yesterday morning, that manhunt has been going on ever since then, as they were looking for Abril. He escaped around 3:30 in the morning on Sunday. He was last spotted at Rainier Court in Rockland, but now we're getting word that Eric Abril has been found right now. They have been doing 24-hour aerial surveillance.
Guys, get down. They're still shooting.
Watching never before seen video from the CHP Mahaney Park shootout in Roseville last year. CBS 13 exclusively obtained nearly 7 hours of police video from the day suspect Eric Abril allegedly shot an officer and two hostages with kids at a spring break day camp nearby. He later escaped from custody in a Roseville hospital, prompting a multi-day manhunt.
Well, for 9 months, CHP claimed this video did not exist. Investigative reporter Julie Watt shows us it does.
The video you're about to see is hard to watch. Out of respect for the victim's family, we've chosen not to show any images of the victims, the McKeegans, even blurred. But the video does clearly show how local law enforcement came to CHP's rescue that day, and it calls into question why the governor's state police force claimed for 9 months this video didn't exist.
The suspect is in custody.
These are the first images of Eric Abril surrendering, one of his dogs by his side. The video shows officers from multiple local agencies moving in to arrest Abril. Just off screen, they're working to save his hostages' lives. For 9 months, we've been fighting for answers and access to the full video from that day. The shootout began with a controversial decision by the California Highway Patrol to serve a planned high-risk search warrant to an armed felon at a public park surrounded by spring break day camps without notifying local police.
And then we see cops chasing after a criminal.
Court records reveal as Abril walked back to his Toyota, officers confronted him.
Said, police get down.
That's when Abril allegedly pulled out a pistol and began shooting at officers, hitting one.
We have the officer confirmed gunshot wound to the chest and hand.
CHP fired back as Abril ran toward the batting cages.
That's when we got on the ground.
Where kids were playing.
And then gunshots were fired. Roughly 20.
Bullet holes near the batting cages revealed just how close the children were to being shot in the crossfire.
We still have active gunfire all around.
Ethan and Kyle say Abril tripped on one of their baseballs as he ran by.
He was like 4 feet, 3 feet from Kyle.
Yeah.
And he dropped the gun.
But Abril picked up that gun and kept running to a nearby ravine, where Jim McKeegan and his high school sweetheart Patty were out for a walk.
He's tucked down in the creek.
Jim and Patty had just celebrated their 50th anniversary. It would be their last.
He's going to shoot the hostage.
Abril took the couple hostage, and within minutes, Jim was dead, Patty was shot, and a community was forever changed.
It was terrifying.
The new CHP chopper and drone video seemed to begin after Jim was killed, and video we've chosen not to air appears to show Abril shooting Patty before he surrenders.
Maybe he has one, possibly two victims on it.
CHP has yet to explain why it violated state law for months, denying the existence of any video from that day, only recently releasing excerpts after law enforcement sources confirmed to CBS Sacramento that the video did in fact exist. Roseville PD, which came to CHP's rescue during the shootout, will only release 39 seconds of its body camera video and none of its drone video, raising questions about what it's trying to hide. Meanwhile, the sheriff's department is refusing to release the hostage's coroner's report, which could confirm Mr. McKeegan was shot by the suspect and not CHP officers in the crossfire.
Guys, get down.
And CHP has yet to acknowledge any policy changes following its controversial decision to serve a high-risk search warrant at the park that day. A concern for many who want answers and accountability, noting CHP is the governor's police force with jurisdiction across the state. Next time, it could be your neighborhood park, your kid's day camp, your loved one taken hostage and shot dead.
Meanwhile, we are learning new information tonight about how a Placer County inmate escaped from a hospital back in July.
In a report prepared by former Sacramento County Sheriff Scott Jones, it states the deputy watching Eric Abril had gone to the restroom without knowing if he was properly restrained. A spokesperson for the Placer County Sheriff's Office says they continue to reevaluate policies and practices to ensure they're in line with the best practices, and any action taken with the deputy will not be made public. That's because the matter is part of their internal investigation.
I think that all government is a waste of taxpayer money.